Well, for more on the attacks here at home, my next guest, as I mentioned, he was actually a former jihadist who was de-radicalized. Counterterrorism operative Mubin Shaikh is here. Mubin, I'm fascinated by your story. I want to pull up a headline about one of the terror attacks that happened here. At 13, he was selling sneakers. At 18, he's facing terror charges. This is the young man who threw that bomb near Gracie Mansion, along with one other alleged criminal. You, in your case, were radicalized at a young age after you took a trip overseas and met the Taliban. How did that happen?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me, and my condolences to the communities, the Jewish community in particular, that's been reeling from the most recent attack. I was 20 at the time when I got radicalized, and went down to similar rabbit holes like many of these juveniles do, and adults as well. Just that grievance rabbit hole of the wars that are being fought in the Middle East, in Muslim lands, and using that as a platform by which we would then target the West with hatred, with delegitimization, and in some cases where it moves on to action, terrorist plots. So I went through that in my 20s. 9/11 is what woke me up, and I de-radicalized largely after that.
What do these terror groups say to a young man? In your case, it was meeting the Taliban overseas. In some cases, it's video game apps. What do they say to get in your head?
Yeah, it's really a combination between ideology and grievances. So here's a quote: ideology without grievances, it doesn't resonate. It doesn't appeal to the mind. It doesn't make sense. And grievances without ideology are not acted upon, because here ideology is an action-enabling idea. You know, there are grievances from, you know, what happened in Japan, the U.S. bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. You don't see a generation of Japanese kids out to kill Americans. Look at what the U.S. did in Vietnam. You don't see a generation of Vietnamese kids trying to commit these sorts of attacks. It's because they don't have an ideology that tells them, hey, these attacks are occurring because you're Muslim. This is the reason why. And they hate you because of your identity and your religion. And that's why you got to lash out and attack them back. And that's the kind of ideology, and that's the kind of product that you're basically selling on the streets to these kids. It's like drug dealing. You know, you give them something that they're going to get high off of. A kid who's looking for a sense of meaning, belonging, purpose, identity. He's a zero in real life, and he goes online and suddenly he's Abu Jihad al-superhero. You know, he's from zero to hero overnight. And for kids who are looking for this kind of validation, unfortunately seeking it in online spaces with anonymous people, it's a very, very quick process to develop.
That's fascinating, and you make a great point with making those comparisons. So after you de-radicalized, you moved and you helped the government there in Canada, and there was a group that was intent on waging a terrorist attack. They were called the Toronto 18. They wanted to detonate truck bombs. They wanted to behead the Prime Minister. They wanted to storm the Parliament. You sat face-to-face with these individuals. That's a very brave thing to do. I certainly could never do it. What were they like face-to-face?
You know, 4 of them were juveniles, and you know, the rest of them were adults, and they were like, the juveniles were they were just like kids, right? Kids caught up in the almost gleefully wanting to participate in an attack, thinking it the coolest thing. We went out there in the woods and we were doing a bunch of training. You know, because they had been watching all these jihadi videos online of these guys training. And so now it's life imitating art, because now you're seeing those videos. Now I want to replicate those videos. And it speaks to the same point about this stuff that they're consuming, or people, juveniles and adults, are consuming online. It's making them feel, you get what's called vicarious suffering. If you're watching videos of, you know, people getting killed and bombed and maimed, disfigured and so on, it's going to bother you. It's going to make you angry. And for some people who are not so stable, that anger can very quickly lead to violence.
Well, Mubin Shaikh, you saved a lot of lives with your work in counterterrorism, and we really appreciate your expertise. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.